What's up, everyone? It's day 75 of 75 Hard. I just finished my second workout of the day, my last workout of the program. I did a 40-pound ruck for the 45 minutes. I went about 2.5 miles again. Still at this hotel working out of town in Oklahoma. So I was walking around the park. Nice day today. It's probably in the 60s. Kind of cool, but just nice nonetheless. It's sunny. One thing though, whenever I got out there and started walking around, I got sprayed by a skunk. So it was like a going away present. It's just disgusting smelling. I remember being a kid thinking the skunk smell was terrible. And then growing up and then like getting weed that smelled like that or similar to that, it didn't really bother me as much. But today that was just disgusting. I almost just went somewhere else to walk because like it was that bad. I heard some like scuffling over in the leaves over by this fence in somebody's backyard. And I had my headphones in, so I like just barely heard it. And definitely had to be a skunk right there that sprayed because it was just terrible. But and you know that smell, it was like it was in my mouth though, like I could taste it, just disgusting. So I dealt with that. Otherwise it was a nice day. I feel good today otherwise though. It feels good to be at the end of the program. It feels good to accomplish something whenever you set out a goal. Most people do not remember what it feels like to set a goal and accomplishment. That feeling of accomplishment, you know what I'm talking about. Whenever you do something that you say you're going to do and you achieve something that you've been working towards for a really long time, or even if it's just 75 days, that's your goal, so you accomplish it. And most people don't set goals. Most people don't achieve their goals when they do set them. There's just an abundance of people talking about what they're going to do, the weight that they're going to lose, the workouts that they're going to do, the business that they're going to start, the way that they're going to be a better parent or a better spouse or this or that, whatever people are talking, just consistently talking. You very seldomly see somebody actually go out and do whatever it takes to reach those goals. It's almost like it's normalized to just talk about it. Like you have to maybe I just deal with it more because I'm the guy that's in shape most of the time. So whenever people have their low frequency just vibe going to them and they are not living in alignment with what their vision of themselves is, they have to just they get threatened or intimidated, and they have to like talk about what they're about to do or bring up how they used to look and just pull up pictures of 20 years ago. And I'm just like, well, I don't really care. What are you doing now? Like, why are you telling me about this and not, you know, you're not going to do anything about it. I've friends, even my friends, they're the same way. They'll always talk about, they know they need to do it. And then, sometimes they do. And sometimes they say, hey, you motivated me to do this. And thank you. And that's the people that I'm trying to help. That's the reason why I do this. And I've been doing this for years, off of just doing these videos with people that I know, or just people that are on my Facebook or whatever. But you want to stop being the person that doesn't have the reputation, that good reputation with themselves, that knows that they're gonna do whatever it takes to reach their goal, and they're in that reputation where you're the people that you're always around just know that you're just gonna talk. It should be completely embarrassing. You should feel embarrassed, and likely you do. You just don't show it. People are always like, for example, if you're gonna talk about doing 75 hard and you talk about it, you start doing it, you get a weekend and then you stop talking about it and you stop doing it because you ate something you shouldn't have ate. Instead of saying, hey, I messed up and I ate this, and starting over, you just stop talking about it. People do this constantly, and it's not just with 75 hard, it's just with everything in life and all types of people. And you don't want to be the type of person that sets that example for your kids. And that's the main reason why I stress it so much, and it's so important to me, because the biggest fear that I have is having my daughter look up to somebody else because I'm not the example that is worth looking up to. I'm not the role model. I'm not the leader that I need to be. And that's how most people's kids are. They look at you and they see you're always talking about how they can be anything that they want to be, and you're just sitting there being a lazy slob, not taking care of themselves, leaving trash on the floor, leaving pee on the seat. You're the person that doesn't sweep the corners. They see this in you, and then they need to have a better example to look up to, and then they end up looking up to the wrong person and getting worse advice than what you're probably giving them. And that's just, that should scare the shit out of you. You do not want to have children in this world that you are not their main example. You have to take the role as being the leader. You chose to have the kids, so you need to take pride in always doing whatever you need to do to show them the way. And I just can't stress that enough. That bothers me all day long, whether I'm doing the things that I know I need to do, setting the example I need to set for her. And it's just like the most important thing to me, and it should be to everybody. But you see that it's not. And the way society is right now, as a whole, you're probably doing a great job. I'm doing good. Whatever. Collectively, terrible. Everybody failed as a whole. Like I said, you might be doing great, and you should be proud of yourself for setting that example. And I'm proud of myself for setting an example. But if I go pick her up from school, she's 15, and in high school, like 3/4 of the kids it's like an emo convention, but not like the emo, like if you're my age in your 30s, and there was like the goth kids or whatever in high school, whenever I was in high school, like 10 of them or something, maybe 20. These kids are not the same. It's just not the same. You know what I'm talking about. And that's why I say, because these kids they don't have people like us that are leading them. They have people that are the opposite of us. They're always talking about doing stuff, never actually making moves on it, always living that victim mentality, that state of, you're oppressed and everything should be given to you. That's what they're growing up in. And you can be whatever you want to be, even if they're an animal. That's what they're growing up in. And you just don't want that. And so you just need to take pride in doing the things that you say you're going to do and setting that example for your kids, most importantly. You can set it for whoever you want. I'm just picking that's what I'm setting the example for, is my daughter. So you may have sons, you may not have kids at all, you may have friends or family or whoever, little siblings, whatever. You have to choose your greater purpose and what you're going to set the example for. And it could just be for yourself. You want to live up to the high standard that you should be capable of living at, and be a high level, high energy, high reputation person. That's great. You just need to consistently do it and show other people how to do it as well. But it feels good to be at the end of this the boot camp phase. The program's not over. The Live Hard program is a year program. There's phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3, and it's done. The phase 3 is to be done the last 30 days of the 1 year mark, or before the 1 year mark of starting 75 Hard. So basically I'll have to start phase 3 by the end of, somewhere at the end of July, to be able to finish at the 1 year mark, which would be like August 28th of next year. So I'll do that. I don't plan on going into phase 1 tomorrow. I plan on focusing on doing other sorts of workouts. I don't really, mostly it's just the outdoor workout that I'm not going to be doing. I'm still gonna be dieting. I'm gonna be getting ready for this bodybuilding show. My final weigh-in, which would be, I guess today, I'm not gonna weigh tomorrow and count it, but today's my weigh-in. I started at 235, and today I was 207.4 or 0.6. So 207, 28 pounds. And my goal was 30, so I didn't technically reach my goal, but I look great. I'm not if it may be the thumbnail. If it fits on the thumbnail, I'm gonna have that, so you may be already seen the before and after. It's pretty dramatic. You can see that obviously I put in the work and the effort, and I didn't mess around and just talk about that I was doing it, not actually doing it. The results are just there, so that can't be said. The results that are mental are far exceeding the results that you see of the before and after, the physical look, because just the mindset change of how I'm going to approach things. Not always. There's so many things in our lives that all of us do this. There's certain things, and it could be just simple as cleaning something up behind your house or mowing your back alley, whatever, just little things. And it could be the list could be infinite. You could just find things, but we all consistently put off doing things that we know we need to be doing. And obviously mowing your alley is not going to make you more successful. It's just simple things like that that we don't do. We keep putting off till tomorrow, but there's not always going to be tomorrow. And so basically doing the program corrects that. And there's a lot of things in my life that I'm going to, put my focus on after this. You want to have a new goal. If you're on day 75 right now, you're going to possibly have the feeling tomorrow of what now? And you could be going into phase 1 right away. That's okay to do, but some of you may not, and you're going to feel that. I mean, it feels good to have a routine, a plan, a goal to follow. And whenever you don't have that anymore, you almost feel lost, like almost like sad. And so that's a possibility that you could feel like that. I know I felt like that the last time, but you just need to create a new plan to follow, set a new goal, and if doing phase 1 is what you choose to do, that's great, because it's going to keep you in check for 30 more days. And if not, just don't fall off and go back to doing the things that you were doing before you did the program. You don't need to go out. You can drink if you feel like it, but you don't need to go drink for a week, or you're probably going to look at drinking a whole lot differently than you would if you hadn't done the program. And since you did the program, you're going to look at it like you don't need it, because you don't. People call that self-love. That's poisoning yourself. It's not self-love. So whoever decided that was love, it doesn't know what love is. But just know that if you haven't started the program, you can see what it took for me to complete it. I'm not going to lie. If I look back and think about it right now, it's just like today, right now, just thinking briefly, it seems like it might have went by fast, but then I think about how many places I was, and you've seen it in these videos, all these different places that I was doing these workouts and being on these jobs and doing all this traveling and doing all this stuff. It was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard, and it's called 75 hard because it's hard. It's supposed to be hard, and it's up to you to make it more difficult to get the most out of it. Obviously, just doing what it says to do is enough, because that's why it's made like that. It doesn't say do this and then extra. It says do this and that's it. Follow it to a T. I made it more difficult because I wanted to show you guys that don't have the ability to work out during your shift of work, and you have to work these 12-hour shifts. I showed that you can still do your 2 workouts. You have to just manage your time a lot more, and that's what this program does. It shows you what you're doing, wasting your life, and it forces you to manage your time, because if you don't, you're not going to get the tasks completed, and you're not going to complete the program. So you have to start over, or just go back to living your life that you were living before, and just be the person that just talks about what you're going to do and never does. So you don't want to be like that. If you're already doing the program, I'm proud of you. And if you're on day 75 as well, because I know a lot of us started at the same time, you should be very proud of yourself, because this isn't the end. This is just the beginning of the new life that you created for yourself and the people that you are living up as the leader of. You're setting the example. People are going to look at you differently. They're going to ask you what you did. They're going to ask you how you did it. You're going to show them that you did it this way, and you did it no matter how you felt, because at the end of the day, you don't need anybody to believe in you. You have to make the choice to yourself that you want to live a different life. You want to achieve the things in your life that are in your mind that you want in your life. We all have that nagging, that voice inside of us talking about, you need to be doing this. You would be good at this. Whatever that voice is saying. You want this car. You want this to live in this area. You want to look a certain way. You have to imagine that you have those things already, and imagine what it takes to get to it. That feeling that you already achieved it, and you have to decide: is that worth it? Is that feeling worth it? And most of the time, you're going to think, yeah, it's well worth it. And so you just have to decide then that you're going to do whatever it takes to get to that feeling. And then if you make it to that feeling, you're going to imagine even bigger dreams and keep going there to there. It costs nothing to dream. Zero. We spend all this time talking about what we're going to be doing. So obviously we're thinking about what we want to achieve. It's not, I just want to look a certain way. It's, I want to look a certain way because of this. I want to make this much money because of this. I want to get these things because of this. It's not just getting the thing, it's the feeling that comes with it. And so whenever you decide that that's worth doing whatever it takes to achieve and to get that feeling, that's whenever your life can change, and you're going to start making the steps that lead to the possibility of having those things. So if you haven't started the program yet, it's definitely well worth it. You can see I posted a video every single day because I just decided that was something I wanted to do. It was something that I was thinking about for probably years now, doing videos, and this was just an excuse for me to make myself accountable to do it and to get comfortable doing it. And obviously it sounds kind of silly to be scared of talking in front of a phone that nobody else is around. I'm gonna go stand in front of people in a Speedo, basically flexing. So why can't I talk in front of a camera? And so that, once you think of it that way, if that's something that you want to be doing, and you just think that other people are going to judge you or whatever you're thinking about, that's not the case. You just need to take the steps and start making the videos, make the content, make the post. Don't even worry about what other people are thinking, because they're not the ones who are going to be paying your bills. They're not the ones that are going to decide how far you make it in life. That's all up to you. And so this isn't the last video. I'll keep making some progress videos as I get up closer to the show, or I'll just make better content and put more effort into it. This daily content was just what I wanted to talk about. I didn't really have any sources or quotes or any data to back up anything I'm saying. So I'll put more effort into taking some notes down and having a plan of what I'm going to talk about. All these videos I just talked of what I want to talk about, that stuff that I thought of while I was doing my second workouts. All but one of these videos I did after my second workout of the day, or my outdoor workout. There was one I did my morning workout, I did an outdoor workout, and then that night after I was driving home 8 hours, I did my second workout of the day and did the video after that, like 1 a.m. This is like a couple days ago when I went to the beach and then came home. But anyways, appreciate you guys following along and showing support. There was people from the UK, people from Israel, people from everywhere. So that's really cool that the message can be shared like that. And like I said, if it's something that you are thinking about doing and you want to make a decision and get the motivation to do it, I suggest you go listen to episode 208 on the Real AF podcast with Andy Frisella and learn all about the Live Hard and 75 Hard program. Pick a book and pick a diet and get started tomorrow. The price of procrastination is the life that you could have lived. So quit wasting your time. You don't need to wait till after the holidays. You need to, get that fire lit and get started, because life is short and it goes by quick. So you'll see me again soon. But anyways, this is it. Congratulations to everybody that completed the program. But just know that this is just the beginning. Still consider it day one. I'll be back, you guys. Peace.